ọlọ́run mi, wá ṣe tèmi fún mi. Lọ́dún yìí ọlọ́run mi, wá ṣe tèmi fún mi. Má jẹ́ kàràkà kí n tó jọ, má jẹ́ kaṣọ àkísà bọ́ra. Ilẹ̀kùn ayọ̀ kò ṣí fún mi, kí n rìn kúnlẹ̀ mi.
Welcome to the program Hope, the place where hope meets inspiration. I'm your host, Boyega Iwajomo. Thanks for joining us on Ifako Radio. Hope is a program of inspiration where we get talk of giving hope to the hopeless. From where we started our lives from and trying to encourage people. We're having two guest ministers that's going to talk to us on their journey so far. Let's listen to this short musical break. We'll be right back.
In this year, Baba, nothing dies in my hands, nothing fails in my hands. I am not defeated, I am not consumed, nothing goes wrong around me. Day by day.
Yes, welcome back to the program Hope on Ifako Radio. If you're joining us, you can join us on our social media and do Facebook at Ifako Radio, X at Ifako Radio, YouTube at Ifako Radio, WhatsApp at Ifako Radio, Instagram at Ifako_radio. I'll be having two guest ministers in the house, very strong ministers of God. The song you just listened to was composed by one of the ministers here. I'd like to introduce minister, or is it pastor, or evangelist? Danny Jari. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
And again, I'm having a strong praise leader. Anyway, you see this guy, know that yes. Know that yes, he's coming to make the heavens fall. I'm having Victor Praise in the house. Victor Praise, can you say hello to your viewers at home?
Hello, thank you for having me.
Yes. Hope I have two strong ministers of God in the house. Pastor Danny Jari, what inspired you to write this song?
I'm not in court. As I said, point of order. I am not a pastor. In fact, I'm still an assistant brother.
Okay.
It was this year that God finally gave me the title of a brother. I used to be an assistant brother. This song, Lord Will, means this year. I just had the song, like the sound. Sometimes some 2 years back. So very late night. At times when I hear songs like that, I hear everything. Sometimes I hear everything, even the intro. The intro in that song, everything came like that. So even when the producer was working on it, and I gave it to one of my friends to run the brass, he did. I said, no, there's an intro with it. You understand? So the song came when I was trusting God for a miracle. When I was trusting God for something like this year must not just go like that. I don't have anything to show for it. So that was the at times when you are tired, when you are like this program you're on, when you feel like there's no hope anyway. For musicians like us, it is that moment that God begins to give you something, give you some messages. So because we are singers, so we convert it to song. So like Yoruba would say, ilakoja wa Luman brings about what we are passing through, brings about some of our lyrics. Some it may not be what we are passing through, maybe things we've seen, or maybe things we are seeing. The way we are doing it, that is what any creative person, even an artist, that draws. The inspiration comes from their experiences.
Can you tell us about your background? How you got started? How the journey got started from?
Uh, I've been in music all through my life, even as a young boy in CNS Church. I've been into music. I've been playing music active music now, not as a singer alone, as a percussionist, as a guitarist, a keyboardist, a drummer, all put together now for over 30 years. I've been into active music, even while in school, while in university, I've been music. And then, funny enough, I played with so many artists. I played with Fuji artists. So I don't know that I'm a complete musician. I played with Fuji artists, I played with reggae artists, I played with juju artists, I played with gospel artists, I played with hip hop artists, I played every genre of music in Nigeria. I played Apala music. You understand? Not as a singer, but as a keyboardist. So music has been all my life. I've been living music.
So how do you think worship can be a sort of hope or encouragement for people?
You know, when you say worship, you know, we tend to segment it. Because when you say worship now, to a non-believer, that would probably turn the person of, okay, when you say worship, you're talking to Christians, you understand, that's what some people do. Music generally is a therapy. Music generally is a therapy. So, but if you now want to use this, the worship angle of it, you know, it's just like you communing with God. When you worship God, it could be a worship of thanksgiving, like, Lord, I just worship you for who you are. There is some that not for what you have done, but just because of who you are, I give you all glory. So the people that can worship God are people that have actually surrendered everything to God. Some people in good time, in bad time, they still worship God, irrespective of the circumstances or situation they find themselves in. So and when you worship God, you are showing him that he is all you have. You understand? You are showing people if people, you know, there are times people knows what you are going through. Mm-hmm. And when they see the way you praise God, the way you worship God, the way you are serving God, it confuses them that but we know this guy is trusting God for a child and he's still worshiping God this way. You understand? So it confuses people. They don't tend to understand like what is happening, but only you knows why you are doing that. And when you worship God, then it gives you hope. Because when you give something to God, he responds. God responds to everything we do.
Minister Victor Praise. It's good to have you in the house. I think I've been under your administration 2 or 3 times. Where did you get that strength from?
Should I say it's full of God? It's full of God. I went for a program like that, and someone after the program, after I ministered, so on my way back, I was like, so one guy came to me like, sir, where did you get this energy from? You know, and I was looking at him, I was smiling. He said, I'm telling you something life story. He said, do you used to take something? I'm telling you that you used to take something before coming to me or come out in the water to minister, because the energy is extra. I was just smiling. I was like, if I add anything to this one, now I'm understanding. So one thing is that when it comes to God, I give it all. I don't have you can't just tell me to please mind this, don't go that time. Say that's when I'm going that place, because when I look at where I'm coming from, when I look at what he has done, his promises, because he never fails. So when I look at those things that I know he will do, apart from what he will do, because he is God, we are built. Let me use this thing. I used to tell you that we're on this earth for a purpose. God created you, He brought you to this earth. Not just come and be running about, just go up here. There is one purpose, there's an assignment. One of the major assignment there is praise. What was still we grew up with, like in our house when we were singers. When she started, but she's an auto singer. So when you're growing up, when you're doing whole devotion, all these things, you have she's okay. My elder sister, my elder sister, she used to take soprano. Now, those days now, building coming up, I'll not be singing, but I know that I'm giving harmony to the song. So that's how I was just coming up. I wasn't that those times I don't even know what I was doing, but I loved doing it. She granted us in it. This is something we grew up. Let me pause your brain, sir. When we got to a stage, it was God. I nearly deviated to secular. I nearly deviated to secular. You know what my mom said? My mom said that road that I want to pass, and I will get to a point, you will not see. They will not see. Everywhere will block. Like I should turn back now that it's still early. That's not the road God wants to go to. Why? What happened? Because of the flashy things then. When you're doing things, when you see something happening on the secular side, all these things, you want to join, but she reminded me of and where I'm coming from. So I was grounded right from time.
So what message of hope would you like to share with our listeners through your music and your music ministry? What message of hope would you like to share to our listeners?
What I would say is we are here in that for a purpose. Everybody, you must not be a music minister. You can be a minister in the world. You can be a minister by giving. Everybody have their department. But when it comes to my own side, music, people that God have called, it's not because you have a good voice that guaranteed you that this is what God wanted to do. Do you understand? You have a fine voice, good voice. A cracked voice can come to a place and there will be deliverance. You just running scared. I have a nice voice, no. You have the nice voice, but it might be for that gathering. I used to tell one of my friends that he used to be quiet together then. So because he has good voice, he used to see me going for programs for these things. I'm not open. I turn down some programs, because sometimes you carry away because of accolade. Too much of accolade can make you leave your primary assignment. As a minister, as well, I said, you have to have your primary place, as in where you call a covering, your PPA. Because you're a minister, they invite you at this place, they go to this place, you travel out abroad, you think that you've arrived. If they now ask you where is your primary, your church, where did you worship? You start looking at, I go for program. No, you're supposed to have a covering. You have to have someone you submit under, a place of worship where you say, okay, this Sunday I'm letting go of all any program is coming. I'm not calling. I'm not receiving. I want to worship. This is my home. You have to have someone you give account to, a father figure. It might be young. Someone, even though I see no you, but I know that when it comes to spirit level in the spirit, I know your level. I know you pass. I'll have to come under you. So you have to have a place of worship. Yes, you have a voice. What I want to say is, in summary, is no matter how good you are, when you are good, try to know your purpose. Try to know if God really wants you to be out. Some people are meant to stay in a place for a while before I want to use. I'm looking to use Pastor Matt. I love Pastor Matt Matabasi. He shared a story that when he wanted to, there was a program he needed to travel out. That they invited him, but because of he used to anything he wanted to do, he used to take permission from his superior, who happens to be his pastor then. But the pastor said, "No, it's not your time. Wait." At that place, we bring a lot of goodies, but he let go. What happened? He let go of that goodies. But what happened after? The evidence there. So what I'm trying to say is, if you have God has called you to minister for this ministry. Try to have a father. Try to have a mentor. Who is your mentor? You have to have someone that you, at least you look up to, someone you can ask questions. Before I do some things, I ask. I look like today, like next week now will be my church. But I also receive a program. I'm supposed to confirm a program next week, so this coming Sunday. But I decline. But I have to be my church. That to be disciplined. As much as you are going out from administration, also remember home. Some people need to be saved. Some people need to, when they hear your voice in your primary, your church, your home. I mean your home, your own church, where you submit to, where you give out to. Some people want to be saved through your voice, but you're not available. Go for program, you're collecting. So I always encourage people in the ministries, have a mentor. Pray. Pray. And that's what me, I don't lie to you. When it comes to 100%, when it comes to prayer and praise, I give, in terms of 100%, I give 70% of my praise. And I give 30% of prayer. Not that prayer is, I love prayer. When I want to pray, I pray. Even 10 minutes, I pray. 30 minutes, I pray. But when it comes to praise, I take 1 hour, 2 hours. So, pray and submit. Have an umbrella.
Okay.
Have an umbrella. You are good here. You know that you have a gift. But someone needs to nurture that gift. Yeah. Before the world can take you. If you are not careful, the world does take you. It nearly happened to me.
But has there been a point in your lives that you somehow you look back and you just say, if I knew, I wouldn't have trained on this path. Has there been a time like that?
I don't know. Am I permitted to say a lot of things?
You can.
You know some things there. I want to encourage us. Some church, I don't want to call church, I don't want to call names. I don't want to say church. Some pastors, some individual. I'm talking about pastors, our spiritual fathers. Some of them understand the power of the gift, as in the gift in you. They understand the power that you carry. And some of them know how to nurture that power. Why some know how to use the power? I don't know if you get me. Some know how to nurture it. Why some know how to use it misuse? I don't want to use misuse. Know how to use it anyhow. What do I mean? To manipulate. Let me not manipulate. To manipulate that gift. Some know how to nurture it for you to be great. Why some know how to manipulate it? Now what I'm trying to say is, you are in a place worship, you are worshiping all these things, you used to worship God. Then you see that maybe after service, you don't have transport to go back home. So I know it has happened to me. You will trek. When you see the trekking, God, it takes the grace of God for you to come back next Sunday or to come back for rehearsal, because you come back for rehearsal on Saturday. Now, nobody's encouraging you. Sir, giving me money is not about the money. as I give me that money, let me know, also let them know that I'm giving you this money. I'm not paying you, but I'm encouraging you. If you don't do it, I'm telling you, out of 100%, people, secular guy, people playing secular songs, majority of them come from church. Why? It's a manipulation. They will manipulate you. They don't have the mind. They don't have the. I don't know what I'll say. It's grace to assist to nurture, to assist that gift, to nurture the gift with you. You are not a normal small boy. You get voice. You see, if you don't, if anything, if you're not careful, as in the world will just take it. Yeah, sir. When it comes to regret, to the glory of God, in this my own journey with God, I have no regret. I have had challenges, and then, I bless God for my foundation, my upbringing. Yeah. We were brought up in a white garment setting where they don't even pay. You understand? You want to do it right, they will tell you, I don't know him. Do you understand? So now getting into the Pentecostal fold, it was kind of strange, getting to know all these things. So, but one thing I discovered that I tell musicians, when I say musicians, I mean instrumentalists, there's no amount of money anybody can pay this amount. So a lot of us, in one way or the other, we now eventually feel like they cheated us, they are not paying us, they are not this, they are not that. I've been privileged to be close to the church authority for some time. So the question I ask some people is that when you look at that church, do you have an idea of the income? Okay, you understand? All of us we work. You see, whoever is working in a so-called big church that feels they are using me, they are value, they don't value me, whatever. The thing is that you have the same opportunity to work in a growing church also, but you also have a target. That pastor, that church also has a target. Everybody has a target. My Pastor Nelson Okena will always say that, you see that big church you are looking at, it is big because some people are working. It is big because people are doing something. So this case is very, very sensitive. But what I tell young boys is that serve. If you don't serve at this your own young age, when you are 40, 50, you will serve. Of course. You can't escape it. God gave me a word which is I'm still trying to see what I want to do with the word, but I'm trusting that I want to write a book. I'm a product of service. I'm an embodiment of service. I serve. You understand? And the word he gave me is be used. Be used. You have to be used now. Everybody is being used to. Everybody. But now people don't, nobody can use me. It's a lie. It's a lie. Either you like it or not, they will use you. But you now, if you are making yourself available, if you are available, you will be used. And if you are, it's only when you are available that people can remember you. People don't always remember. You understand? I'm meeting my brother for the first time now. If we keep contact, because I'm available, we get to, you understand? If he has anything, I remember, okay, this guy, damn me. If I have something, do you understand? But if we are not, we may not see each other again. You understand? So what people should understand is that if we are working for God, doing God's work, we were doing it when we were not expecting anything at all. And things are now coming. I can sing for 5 hours. and I won't even remember you want to pay me. So if I'm now getting something from that, 2017 I was telling the same question Jacob asked God that how would I fend for my family now about what's happening? You don't solve. I had the same question. And God gave me some business ideas. So people see me now and they are like, If you are enjoying, I'm like, enjoy it. Do you understand? We were sharing a program I went yesterday together with our host, and I was like, it's not as if it's easy like that, but just trust him. Yeah. Pastor Paul Iniji had sang this one. He said, even when I can feel you, even when I cannot trace you, I still have faith in your word that you are always there for me. You understand? Even if you've lost hope, the book of Psalms says is the helper of the hopeless. It's only God though. After God, now God. Me, I don't even have anything God cannot do. There's nothing God cannot do. But there are times that there are some things that God will not give you at the moment. You understand? Yes. Like what my brother was saying earlier. If you need fame to achieve purpose in life, God will give you. But if you don't need fame to achieve purpose, God will not give you. Everybody wants fame. It's good, it's fine. But too many of us, many of the people you see that are celebrity, they are everywhere in sports, in everything. There are some people that brought them up. There are some people that nurture them to that, but you don't know them. But you know Ronaldo, you know all these big people. But there are people that worked that thing. So, but if those people don't understand their place, they will feel like, why would they know me as Ronaldo? Most of the musicians in the US, the people that write their songs, they earn more than the people that sing the song.
I think I'm coming to that. I'm really enjoying the conversation, but let's go on a short musical break. We'll be right back. Yes, thank you for staying with us. Ifako Radio, the program is still open. Mr. Victor, what was the motivation behind that song?
That song, anytime I listen to that song, it's so emotional. That song is just like a story of my life in 4 minutes. Just summarize my story in 4 minutes. I know where I started from. Listen, they say, whenever I call your name never failed. Never failed. I was encouraged. Just like that, when you say, what keeps me going, my journey. If I look at what human being, how human being treated me, people treated me, I will have backslided. But I know there's a purpose. There's a purpose. Get why.
Let me share one experience with you. There was a time I was invited for a program. The lady called me and said she wants me to perform at mother's burial. So she has spoken with me. We've agreed on the price. That's okay, so and so. Later she came again to meet me. She said that she can't pay that money again. I said why? She said because she has discussed with her people and this one that she wants to reduce the money. So I said okay, no problem. That since I know her that I'm going to do it for her, she came again and said that they are still complaining with this one and this one. I said okay, that she should go back and discuss with them. So whatever they agree, she should come back and meet me. So later again, she called me and said that she still has to reduce the money that because of their expenses and so on. I'm like, okay. Then somebody called me in church and said, wọ́n sọ pé tó bá gbéṣẹ́ yẹn fún ẹ, o ní ṣe pé o máa disappoint. That's what they said in Yoruba. O máa disappoint. Pé mo jẹ fẹ́ kó lọ prove ara ẹ̀ ń gbé. Because apparently I've already done one for that woman. For this is a friend that came to meet me that told me about it. That she has already told her that we will not disappoint you. No. So I went there and God took all the glory. So the lady came back to me that she said, me mo pay woman she can buy. So she was trying to tell me. So since then I was asking myself this question. I said, God has called every one of us for a purpose, and that purpose we are going to achieve it. But you know that there comes a time in a man's life that when you are looking up to God for something and this thing is not forthcoming, discouragement setting, that you be like, is this thing meant for me? There are times that someone will tell me that okay, I'll give you Susan and so just call me like 6 o'clock on Tuesday. You not call the person on Tuesday, that's 6 o'clock on that Tuesday, and the person will be telling you another story that if you get discouraged. I don't know if something like this has happened to you people before, and when something like that comes up, how do you feel? You're gospel ministers that you go to churches to minister, and there are times that you feel dejected that God, can I do this? Am I supposed to do this? Did you call me to do this? Has it ever occurred to you before?
You see, simply put, God takes us through some conditions just to train us, so that you don't put your trust or hope in any man. Do you understand? Some things may look good. I've learned to see God in every situation. If you call me that you want to give me 1 million tomorrow, and I call you, and you don't pick my call, or you change your story, I see God in it. Some people, it's 1 million that took some people away from God. Yeah. You understand? I see God in everything. See, there are times some people will tell you that if you call me for a program, I'll pray to God and ask God, and if God says I should go. And then there are times, everybody wants to hear God. The prayer I pray to God. I say, Lord, flesh, fear enter me. Of course. Make I hear some kind. No money now. I'm not sure if there's anybody they will call to come to House on the Rock. And the person will say, let me pray first. I'm not saying it's not possible. Do you understand? I'm not saying it's not possible. Let me pray before I go. But there are some places that they will call you. In fact, some places are already your prayer points. So when they call you, you see it like, prayer. So you know what I do? I say, anywhere you don't want me to go, don't let them be able to reach you. So God, once they reach me and they call me, I accept that you have allowed it. But if there be any other reason, maybe later, even if they reach me, child just don't make the event work out. So when you come in for events or you don't come in for events, there are some places that there are some people that when they brother we don't really have money, they will remember me. But when they have millions to do big concerts, they will not call me. So I see it as answered prayer. Do you understand? You are the one that prayed. You are not the one that will tell God how we will do it. So the most important is to see God in every situation. Our pastor always tells us that everything to our advantage. If you hate me, to my advantage. If you hate me, to my advantage. See, when we begin to see things this way, then because the worst way to feel is to feel offended. Because if you feel dejected because people disappoint, you have not seen anything. Do you know how many disappointments? Do you know that Jesus is even still feeling disappointed? Upon the hours, upon people, you have to be idiot. So you must learn. And as in this work we do, you must develop a very thick skin. Nothing they move me, nothing. Do you understand? So, and then there's a thin line between feeling that way and feeling entitled. There's a very thin line between your right and entitlement. Now you get your money. If you say you are calling me for a program, and if you don't want to call me again.
But what song motivated you people to give your life to Christ? What song did you listen to at any point in time that you felt that?
I've thrown my life away, but I've given my life since. You know, if you're privileged to, in my house, my father does not leave anybody at home. Even if you are sick, you know, white garments now, Amani Ayika. Even if you are sick, you go to church. You will now not be able to enter church and stay inside the compound there. You dare not. So, me, I was privileged, like my brother. If you are privileged to have parents that are given to service, you don't need anything to. But now, giving your life like officially, you understand. We are not putting this aside. But most of us, my son now, when I was not in Nigeria, 2022, for about 3 months, people will call me and say, everything I do, my son does it. You know, every service I arrange the pulpit, you know, say my son does it. I do more than if I'm in my church, if you don't see me sing, don't even know I'm missing. That's another thing ministers should learn. Some of us say, my job is to come and sing. You wear your suit, you want to sing. The only thing you want to do in church is just come and sing. A keyboardist, my own thing concern me to clean church. My own is to come and play keyboard. Drummer, my own is just to come and my duty is to play drums and collect my money. But when they treat you like a staff, you don't like it. You understand? You don't want to be involved, but you want them to involve you in their thinking. A lot of people have been using church, but now people are thinking church are using people. You understand? So entitlement here is more now.
Okay.
So it is your money. If you want to give it to me, fine. If you feel I change my mind. And when it comes to business, like the business aspect of music now, you see a lot of disappointment. You see a lot. Somebody called you. People will downsize whatever they want to give. They feel you are not worth that thing. Somebody called me for a birthday. She wanted to do her birthday. She called me. She said she does not have money. And she wanted to mark 40 in 2020. I was like, me too. I'm looking at 40. Let me use this to just show it. She said she doesn't, what do you have? Okay, let's just take equipment. This and this and this and this. I'll mention the people. She said she will do 80,000. You understand? I was like, I'm not charging you it's just a small place. Okay, just get equipment. So we just went, we did it, and at least some of our guests, they were happy. You know, you can, there are some guests can appreciate, they were really appreciative, so we did. A year or two later, she now called me that her sister, one of their sisters, that one is not in Nigeria, that one now reached out to me on Facebook that, my sister said you did this for her, that. One of their sisters want to do 50, that she would like me to do something. I didn't charge your sister, but I gave her a particular bill. So she now said that, okay, can I beat it down a bit? And I said, okay, I can beat it. Maybe she had an agreement. She now said, okay, no problem. But I think she now said she was going to send the money through the celebrant. The celebrant, you know. And then the celebrant was one that called me first so that her sister would chat me on that she want. You know, when this lady called me, she said, the money I charged that her sister overseas, that is too much. And that she was thinking, just like, I'll just take like maybe 80,000, 100,000. I think for what? I said, what I did for your sister, that was pro bono. You know, later she now said this, they just scatter everything. I said that money is so much. So the person that actually, who is a mutual friend, and I say, uncle, this is good. The way I said it in Yoruba, in your king or people, you meet people like that. So you mean whatever your sister, maybe they were thinking maybe because it's about, so you, what the person is trying to say, they said that their son does DJ, their son can bring. I said, would you call some artists and tell them that you have equipment for them? So I now told them, I said, so these people feel I don't deserve to be well remunerated. So at times we feel that pain, but like I said, definitely God does not want me there. You understand? So that's for maybe my brother has.
You ask a question, what song?
What song motivated
that grounded me on how to put out the song.
It's about
give my life to Christ. Like I said, when I started, I know my background from that, it's something that imbued.
Which church did you start from? Which church? Okay.
Four Square. I was born at the Pope. So you know, I used to attend Four Square there. But I think what made me, or the person I used to see, I normally see and try to be or know that person's because that time we're still young, and so God we're still talking about story, Bible story, all these things. So we still know little about that then. Well, I always look at my mom. I told her she was quiet. So I look at my mom. There's this. You mentioned the song. There's the popular song she used to sing. If I already recorded that. Maybe when it's out, I will send it to you. She said, Oye wayana is an Igbo song. Oye wayana mekele giho ono mo juro nekele ewi mere ndu forobo ono mo juro nekele otuto diri na mekele giho ono mo juro nekele ewi mere ndu forobo. There's another say Mama ye were Jesus or did ye call money? God, I don't know.
On the lighter mood, I know Ben Jerry is I know you can diversify. How many languages can you
A lot of languages.
Okay, you know what, now on the lighter mood now, you're going to do 3 worship songs with 3 different languages. Then because I know Victor Praise is Igbo, so I'm going to just allow him to do one Igbo and one Yoruba. But I know that you can cross over
I
to.
can do also.
Ah, okay. I want to do Laje.
You see, this song of mine, Emimimo, has an Elijah intonation. Emio, Emi ọ̀run sọ̀kalẹ̀ wá. Àdàbà mímọ́ balẹ̀ mi o, wá gbé mi wọ̀ bí aṣọ. Àdàbà mímọ́ balẹ̀ mi o, ọkàn mi ṣàfẹ́rí rẹ. Ẹ̀mí o, ẹ̀mí ọ̀run sọ̀kalẹ̀ wá. Báyé gbogbo náà mi o, bí bàgbẹ́ mi mímọ́ èròǹgbà o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo náà mi o, bí bàgbẹ́ mi mímọ́ èròǹgbà o. So that song is a fusion of Elijah, because I was brought up in the Elijah nature, so we have that. That's kind of tendencies. So in Idoma, Olea Chaba. I wanna eat you agabu juda wanna cheno. Olea Okamalea Oleae, Okamaleae, Malite n'ọgụgụ, Orimiri atata, Ọdụmegbu Juda, Daddy, you are so good to me. Chukwu bata n'ime ndụ, bịa were ọnọdụ n'ime ndụ. Chukwu bata n'ime ndụ, bịa were ọnọdụ n'ime ndụ. So these songs, the Yoruba song, like I just sung, the Idoma song, the Igbo song, those are songs that I wrote. So I write songs in different languages. I have a song that I wrote in Ogu. It's a gift of God that I'm not taking it for granted.
Yeah.
I'm not taking it for granted at all. So in different languages like that, at times when I get to some places, when I sing, and then funny enough, I don't really speak some of these languages, but I do it in a way that you will be like, are you sure you are not Igbo? When I go to Ifako, I say, like, are you sure this guy is not? So when I do Idoma songs, and people are like, are you sure I'm not Igbo? Are you sure your father? Do you understand? So, but it's something it's something I enjoy doing, because when you hear, imagine yourself in China, and you hear, do you know your heaven will open specially? Because that's the place you least expect to hear your mother tongue. I've ministered in places where I sing in some languages, and the people in Lagos, and people will be like, since I left village some years back, I've not had this song. And in Lagos now, you only hear Igbo, a little Hausa, and Yoruba. That's the dominant now, and maybe South. But Ikwere, Ijo, there are some Idoma, Igede, Igala, there are some languages that, and those people are in this Lagos. But you don't, when I came to Ikate, people were like, So, and some people, when they want to do like national praise, they're like, okay. Instead of bringing different, bring Igbo, there is one polyglot that will, give us. When he was singing, you have this middle belt tone. Yeah, I felt that middle belt. In fact, if I did, I would have thought maybe from just to start.
Victor, can you?
I love this listen song. Ọba tó bí ọkọ, ọba tó bua, ọba tara bí wọ́n yá àgànú àpá wọn. Ọba tani adịmma, oke Chineke mma. Akpọla Chukwu ebube n'ihe ebube gị batebe kere ọgụ arụ, onye kere eke were onwe ya, onye kpụrụ isi ya n'ụzọ, onye ihe na-esiri ike ọ dịrị ya mfe, Chukwu ebube ya. Then outside, Megirima. Megrima, Babu wani kama deke, Babu wani kama deke, Babu wani kama deke, Babu wani kama. It means, Your Highness, Your Highness, Your Highness, Your Highness. Oh Jesus, Your Highness, Your Highness, Your Highness. There is no one like you. There is none like you. And you're I've got I just sing it. Olorumi, Olorumi, ìwọ lójú tí mo fi ń ríran, ìwọ ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ tí mo fi ń ṣílẹ̀kùn, ìwọ lórin tí mo ń kọ, iná ayé ẹ̀jẹ̀ kó jó mi, kí ni mo ní tí mo lè wá o, mo rẹ̀ mo yọ̀ bàbá.
Yes, viewers at home, I know you have been enjoying the program Opa. Our guest today has been very, 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 very wonderful. Pastor Danny Jari and sorry, I'm saying Pastor. Maybe he goes about to doing and Victor, please. Just a short while, I wanted to let's listen to let's take a short musical break on what's the name? Yes, welcome back to our program Opa on Ifako Radio. Mr. Damijari, growing up, what aim inspired you most growing up?
Plenty years ago. Why am I we getting a lot? If I this thing I just said ọjọ́ ayọ̀ lọ́jọ́ òní olùgbàlà lọ́lọ́run mi ó yẹ kí ọkàn mi máa yọ̀ ó sì ròyìn iná kalẹ̀ ọjọ́ ńlá lọ́jọ́ náà tí Jésù wẹ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mi nù. Ó kọ́ mi kí n máa gbàdúrà, kí n máa ṣọ́ra, kí n sì máa yọ̀ ọjọ́ ńlá lọ́jọ́ náà tí Jésù wẹ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mi nù. There are lots of hymns. Sí olùtùnú orí àtọ̀wárà rẹ̀ àkọ́. I grew up in the Yoruba culture, so a lot of different songs, a lot of hymns. I was privileged to, as a musician, went to Celestial Church also. There's a hymn I used in this Ẹ̀mí Mímọ́ song. Ẹ̀mí Mímọ́ sọ̀kalẹ̀ sáàrin wa, àwa mi ṣe ìrètí rẹ̀. Wá wọnú wa kó wá fún wa lágbára, agbára táwa yóò fi ṣẹ́gun. Wọ́n kì í ṣe lérí rẹ̀ láì mú ṣẹ, rántí ìlérí rẹ̀ tó ṣe. So I love that hymn and a couple of hymns. And there is this song, there's this emotion that I know it's not a hymn, but I sing this song like a hymn. It's sung by Elder Patty Obasi. I want to remember the song. No, not the, not that one. Okay, if I remember it, I will sing it. I sing. Okay. Imama chuku na pungi koya, iuna yaya, kariria ina wata, udongo yere, uwa pungi ya, okwe siri otuto, hallelujah. Ona puta wona lampite, ome wonka kuzolo kekume, otiewo abuto nonumta, amu otuto, hallelujah. Awo ije, ike buru n'ụzọ ya, ọ na-ejije ya, olilaya, wejuo ya, gịnị kpaliri mmụọ ya, ya sị olilaya dị So that's actually a song I heard from the Assemblies of God.
Okay.
When you want to enjoy Igbo hymns, go to it.
Mr. Whitney, make sure just give us just one hymn that really.
My hope is built on emptiness.
That Jesus Lord and righteousness, I dare not trust the sweetest friend, but on Jesus' name, on Christ the solid rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand. All other ground is sinking
There's
sand.
another this is I don't know. Ndomuke Chineke, Onyenileke nwere Jesus, na-adịghịrị otuto. Ekwensu enweghị ike n'ebe m nọ, abụ nwa nke Chukwu, Jesus, na-adịghịrị otuto.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can you share your number in case people want to call you for programs or want to come to the church for administration? So, can you please just share your number out?
Okay, yeah, my number is +234 80 600 28848.
Wow.
I intentionally added +234 because Ifako Radio is a global radio,
Yeah.
so we know that people are watching us from all over the world. +234 80 600 28848, and my social media handles Lion Dami Jare across all handles: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube.
Mr. Victor.
Mine is +234. Let me follow this. +234 90 24 19 7442. I'll take it again. +234 90 24 19 7442. My Instagram handle is official Victor Praise. My Facebook is Victor Praise. The praise is PRAIZ. And my TikTok, Victor Praise _.
Yes. Before we go, I like you to take this worship song to just round up. Every time I listen to this song, I don't know how I feel. It's a little song with this, and so you guys are going to help me out. He said, "Ibe bube,
Oh yeah, the Mozina Madune.
no, Ibe bube, Ibe Okaka,